New record, 108. 108. Brilliant. We'll see if we can improve this. Just wait for my boy. He'll be well impressed with that, 108. I think it's pretty special. See if we can get 109, 110, shall we? So, guess what we got on the guessometer? Guess how much numbers we got? 108.
Oh, how did you do that?
Drove real well on the way here. Got to try and get to 109 now. 109, new record. 109. 109. 110, new record. 110. 110, boys. What do you reckon, Tove?
Good.
I've actually got another annoying noise. Can you hear that? Is the question. I wonder if you can. Should be able to. Very, very annoying. It's another noise, and it has to be there, doesn't it? Top right pillar, right by your ear almost. It's not over there. No, this side. Arrgh! It's one of those wind-up noises. For me, anyway. Perhaps I'm special. Perhaps I need to chillax. But constant tapping in the right hand of your ear or creaking is quite annoying. Okay, got back with that. And there's that. Hey Nana, can you beat this? That's the question. From your house to our house. Can you beat that? Almost 2 trees. 87% battery. 86 miles on the guessometer. That was a bit of a slow drive, wasn't it, Tobe?
Yes.
But we got our maximum, didn't we? You got your record of trees you've ever seen in a leaf. So, yep, all good. Okie dokie, so maybe wondering what's going on. This is a thermometer, quite obviously. Now I think, looking at it, it is sat basically on 30 degrees. Temperature outside is 24, and what I'm going to do now is test to see how the old air conditioning operates. So it's 1339. Let's put it on auto. It's got to get down to 19.5 degrees. Let's also track the energy usage. Some of you may be interested. Obviously, this is the section here, climate control. That's what it's using it. As you can probably hear, it's pretty much full whack. Not quite on the fans, but it is pumping it out more than it usually does. And it is a boiling in here. 30 degrees is pretty substantial. So we'll just see what happens with this and how long it takes to get down to basically 19.5 degrees. What I'm going to do is, when it gets to 25, I'll start filming again. If it gets to 25, of course. And I'll just say the time. So start at 13:39, and I'll get back to you when we've got to 25. Also worth saying that that's on the guessometer. Obviously I'm not going to drive anywhere. Car is on, but it'll all be coming from there. Interesting to know, it does that when the air conditioner's on. Recirculates air. So I noticed this morning, I thought I accidentally turned it on, and when you press that it turns off auto, so that's how it wants it to be. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest. Never felt that powerful anyway, but it's pretty much... I mean, as long as it's blowing on you, you're going to be fine, but I was hoping that a climate like other cars have had, it would bring it down. so it's obviously not strong enough at 24 degrees, so bit of a shame. I've got the windows open. I would have said the windows open, it's a bit hotter, so yeah, so it's probably best to have the aircon on if it's 24 degrees. I mean, look at the temperature now. Yeah, it's gone up to 3 degrees. So, yeah, probably go with, yeah, it's not gone up to 3 degrees, it's gone up to 30 degrees. So it's gone up a degree. I presume it'll go to 24. It should cool down theoretically. It's a bit strange actually. It should cool down. 24 outside, it's 28, 29 inside. Oh, I don't know. It feels hotter now inside. Not sure. The feeling is it's hotter, but the temperature gauge says otherwise. So. Interestingly, after some point in time, it turns off the recirculating air. So when the fan seems to die down, it turns off the recirculating air. So interesting. It does change after a while. And it's come back on again. So it does mix around between those two, which is pretty neat. Here's the silence.
See you soon.
No other noise.
So how's this going? You can hear it.
Right, today I'm going to take the car into Nissan to get the boot struts, the badge done. I think that's it. Those couple of things. So going in today, we shall see how that gets on. Hey, just been to the post office, had a card dropped through my door yesterday, and it's the Charger car card basically. So I'll just show you what that looks like now. Okay, so this they must have sent it out the same day, so it came next day, but obviously I wasn't in to get it. There we go, charge your car. Got a load of information here. Thank you for registering. Welcome pack contains all you need to begin with charging an electric car. When plugging in, and £20 charge. So for the card, I presume the card is in here. So there it is, charge your car. Very nice little packaging, and that is another one added to the list. That can go in there. Excellent. Right, that one. So at the moment they seem to be free, from what I can see. But basically, the owner of the property of where the charger is installed, from what I can tell, can charge any reasonable fee they see fit, basically. But from looking at the ones I looked at, they all seem to be zero charges anyway, as long as their website is accurate. So there you go. At work, another beautiful day. Oh, there's another leaf there. Okay. .7. 100% charge. Oh, 123 miles. That's because I'm in a Visia, the courtesy car, picked up from Nissan in Gloucester. So, going to be driving this about. All a little bit different, but I'll be driving about just for the 24 hours basically. So, yeah, off I go. One thing I've noticed with this Visia is I'm not getting the problem that my dad have got when it's in eco. They said that they get you have to change down to use the power, because there's no kick down function basically on the Visia. But if you slam your foot down, you get full power anyway. So if you do that, you get full power. So you don't need a kick down, because you can just use it if you want. What eco seems to do is give more regen. So I'm not sure. I've tried the 0 to 60 time, and it seems the same as long as you slam your foot right down straight away. So I'm not sure what the deal is that they've got, because they're saying on a steep hill they're going to have to change down from eco. So I have to ask them further what the exact issue they have is, because I don't get that here. Like, I'm going up a hill here, I can just slam my foot down and I got almost wheel spins. So yeah, interesting. I shall try and find out more. What's the matter, dude?
Why is it changed?
Why is my car changed?
Yeah.
Looks like a transformer, isn't it?
Yeah. How can you change it back?
Dead badger in the side of the road. How do I change it back?
Yeah.
Change what back? It's my car, isn't it? It's not Nana's, because Nana's is white, isn't it?
No, blue.
Blue, I mean. And this one's white, isn't it? So it's not Nana's.
No, strange.
Do you know why it is?
No.
It's because my car's in the garage and I'm borrowing this one. Bye.
Right.
Right, what we got here? What's the matter, Jacob?
That screams. It shrank in the.
In the wash, did it?
Yes. Like,
What? It's Daddy's normal car, though, isn't it? It's always looked like that, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't.
No. Do you know why that is?
No.
Because this is not my car.
Whose is it?
It's the Nissan man's at the garage.
Ooh.
There's also another difference in the Visia. No rear seat pockets. Went to put my laptop in there this morning and no. Okay, I'm arriving at work and it's at 90%. I haven't been driving particularly efficiently at all, really, but it's at 90%, but the heating's been on the whole time. This is in the Visia, don't forget, which has got the worst heater, so it's not bad at all, and I've got no B mode, so it's not far off. Might be 1% off, something like that, which is a bit strange, but there we go. Yeah, very odd. So it's not a ridiculous loss. So that's in the Visia. I'm told it is 25 to 30 miles off the range, but we're looking at possibly maximum of 3%. Maximum, I don't think it really is, because that's when I've trickled to work as slow as I can. So it's probably 1% difference in real life. So we'll just see. Won't have it much longer for today because it's a courtesy car, but there we go. Another thing I've noticed, I'm sure I tested this on another one. This obviously is a courtesy Visia. Auto down. There you go. But auto up. Doesn't. Down, fine. Doesn't matter if I hold it a long time or not. So I thought when I tested it on my parents' one, it worked. But doesn't on this one. So in review of this Visia, I've been driving it around now for 24 hours. Things I missed. I thought I'd do a quick list of things that I actually miss between the two. Once you've driven it for a reasonable amount of time, I've probably done 100 miles, something like that in it. Is the auto window, which I've just shown you. Going back up, I noticed that. I missed that. I miss the climate control that I've got in mine. What else do I miss? There was something else that I've completely forgotten now. I've come to actually do the list of things that I miss. But let me have a little think. I miss B mode, I must admit. I do miss B mode. I miss the auto wipers. That's the thing I miss. It is now raining a little bit, and it's really annoying having to adjust them. I want my little servant auto to do it for myself. So yeah, I missed that as well. That's pretty much it, I think. Everything else is pretty much the same car. I miss I put my laptop in there usually, the back seat pocket or whatever you want to call it. I miss that. That's pretty much all I miss. So it's those few things. So you're talking auto window, the back of the seat pocket, auto wipers. The climate control system is like I could do without that. I could do with any of them, obviously, but the climate control system and the car wings. I don't really miss the car wings, actually, as in terms of the infotainment center system, whatever you want to call it. Don't really miss that. Climate controls are nice to have. And with this, I'm not sure if it's a brand new car, but the heating system, it has got a smell to it more than I've noticed in my car. Whether that's just the element or whatever it is heating up, don't know. But it's got a distinct smell of heat. But otherwise, no, that's the only few things that I comment on that I actually miss between the two models. I don't really use the voice activation on mine. Load of stuff. I don't use the auto lights, because I want to choose when I want to turn my own lights on. So yeah, there you go. There as well. It also makes a little noise up here, which is extremely frustrating. But it does it in this model as well. You can sort of hear it. If you push, it stops it. I have to get a little pole to come up and hold mine in. Stop it doing it. There you go. We got thunderstorms on the horizon. A bit of lightning and all sorts. So mixed weather we're having at the moment. All in all, thunderstorms and cold. Interesting aspect of this Vizio is that the Eco, when you put it in Eco, so you haven't got a B mode on the stick anymore, whatever you want to call it, or this. You've got Eco, so D/Eco. Now when you put it in that, it actually increases regenerative braking that the car does in comparison to D. So it's almost like a B mode. It's not quite as heavy, but it's heavier than standard D mode. So it does work as like sort of a 50% of the power of my B mode. So I can't, from that aspect of it, it's not much different to drive. And in terms of the acceleration, no kickdown on the Vizio, it doesn't really matter because you get full amount of power anyway on Eco mode. It isn't actually restricted. If you slam your foot down, it goes. You don't need the kickdown, it's just not there basically. It's as though the whole throttle is full power. Whereas of course if you're on Eco mode in mine, the Centre, you have to use a kickdown to get full power. Whereas with this, it's just full power at full throttle. So from that side of things, it's the same to drive more or less. So I don't really understand why they even bothered changing it. But never mind. It's just very, very similar to drive, despite the difference in the two models. So I'm back in my lovely car. They've done the badge. It looks nice and smart now. No chips all over it, and they've done the boot struts. They've cleaned the car on the outside and they've hoovered on the inside. Nice little touch. So the very good experience again from Wessex Garages in Gloucester. Yeah, job done. They got there. The car was on charge and it charged up to 97%. So at a full charge, you wouldn't get that if you had a petrol car, would you? They don't refuel it for you. It's one of the advantages of an electric car. You get there and they've charged it for you. So yeah, left on almost a full charge, on my way back to work now. Good stuff, top service from the guys again, really turned it around since that first visit. So yeah, if you live in the Gloucestershire area, then I'd recommend them. I'll also run through with the pricing plan they've got for our services of 4 Leafs in a bit. So it might be the next clip, or it's going to be in this episode. But I'll show you what I had there. Servicing. So this is my service plan that they've given me. Haven't signed up to it yet. It's 20 quid a month basically. There is no interest on that, and that includes basically a service a year as far as I know. I'm sure those are there, that your services, 4 services, and a free MOT. And I'll only need one of those because obviously you don't need an MOT, but in year 4 I will. So how does that compare to you guys? As any of you who are watching this who've got a Leaf already, what are you paying for your services? I'd like to hear, because it doesn't seem exceptionally good, to be fair, but it doesn't seem exceptionally bad. So, and it's local. It's a local Nissan dealer, so it's only 15 minutes away. So from a convenience point of view, these guys are the people I'd want to use. But, you know, it's not massively cheap. I've got a 30% discount off. They also help out on discount on the parts and things. But as we all know, that Nissan parts are already expensive as it is. So for wipers and stuff, I'd get my own wipers, couldn't I? And probably save a fortune. Anyway, so let me know your feedback on that and what servicing you've got, or any links to forums you found where people have paid a certain amount of money for a service. And I shall use that to benchmark any feedback I get. But otherwise, that's the quote I've got. By the way, that is because that 30% discount there is because I'm bringing in 4 Leafs to them. So mine, Susie's, Mike's, Mum and Dad's. So, you know. But there again, as has been pointed out to me, they've probably got people who own a fleet of 150 cars, so 4 isn't really a big thing. But there you go. Okay, I've been given the links to a few gadgets and suggested that I should try those. I haven't used gadgets so far because I wanted to prove that you don't need them to use your Leaf successfully, really. So perhaps now, 4 months in, now's the time to start looking at gadgets. Now, this is Leaf Spy, which is the one I've been looking to get. But I've also been pointed to Leaf Stat and Leaf Energy on the Android, on the Apple Store, sorry. So as far as I know, Leaf Spy at the moment, as of filming this video, it's going to change I think, is Android only, and this is Apple. So I'm going to try this one, which is just a calculator basically, as far as I can see. Say just, you can enter all these different metrics and try and work out what you're thinking. So that's going to be useful. So I'm going to try that anyway. That's aside from Leaf Spy. Leaf Spy actually plugs in using one of these. There we go, OBD boards basically, or plugs that you plug in to the port. Used to have one on a smart car I had. Used to disable the traction control, which means because the smart car is rear wheel drive, you're able to do donuts. But anyway, that's what I've gone for. £12.45, and I got free delivery on it. So it should be in about 3 to 5 of business days. And we shall see if that works. What is very confusing, slightly, is you can get ones that are 12 quid or 6 quid, but you can also spend 130 quid on them. So anyway, I've gone for a cheap one. Hopefully it'll work. I'm going to buy Leaf Spy once I've got that device, because I need to make sure that Leaf Spy Lite works with that device. If it does, and then I can upgrade and pay £7. I'm sure that's gone down. I'm sure it used to be 12 quid. But anyway, I can buy that and get all these metrics. I'm not sure what good it's going to do. Proves you don't really need it, but just for interest's sake, I probably will. I think from this you can get current in. So when you're charging, you can work out how much is going in, or be told how much is going in. You definitely can with this, which is what I'm going to try and get. It's from the US. A lot of the guys on the forums have got this, so I shall be getting one of those as well, which plugs in using a fitting a bit like that. So it plugs into that port. So you obviously can't do both at the same time, but that does tend to do both. So, you know, as in it does everything that the other one does. So there we go. That's going to be coming up over the next week, probably next week, hopefully. With this one, that's from the US, so that's going to take a lot longer to come through. But I'm always importing from the US anyway, so I might have to get it piggybacked on a delivery already got. Anyway, so there we go. That's the gadget side of it, which I shall be doing over the next couple of weeks.